Welcome, Mahima ji. So good to see you. Of course, आपसे आपके किरदार की बात मैं ज़रूर करूंगा, लेकिन उससे पहले आपकी डायरेक्टर साहिबा की बात करना बनता है। 8 साल बाद वापसी, ऐसा क्या था, किस तरह कन्विंस किया आपको, वो क्या देखा आपने इस डायरेक्टोरियल में कंगना रनौत के, जो आपने कहा कि मुझे तो ये करनी है?
I've always found Kangana a very, very talented actor. I've enjoyed her cinema. And I must say, you ask me female director, it was different. It was not just female director, it was female producer who's also playing the lead and playing a lead character of a personality like Mrs. Gandhi, who's known so well in the nation and worldwide. And a lot of people have played Mrs. Gandhi, but the way she's played it, the work that she has done on not just her looks, but the walk, the stance, her mannerisms, the twitching of the lip, her voice, which is amazing. So it's one of the best portrayals of Mrs. Gandhi, I must say. And I've been a fan of Mrs. Gandhi because America is still wanting a leader who's a female, but we had one so long ago. And yes, she had a lot of good, and she made some mistakes like the emergency, and which is why it was important to tell this story. But going back to Kangana, yes, working with a person who's the lead actor, playing such an important role, director, producer, and in the midst, I finished one schedule and came back and read she's also turning financer, selling her house. And after I finished the film, I see that she's gone to run for elections and then won the elections in a constituency which belongs to a certain family for years, and now she's back.
Mahima ji is very kind, but coming back to your question, how I cast, if you see my casting of my film, everybody is so much closer to the real people. Yes. You can see that. So Pupul Jacker was a very strong influence on Mrs. Gandhi's life. So much so that she was like a sister, like a guru, like a twin soul. You know what you say that? She was like a soulmate to Mrs. Gandhi. And she was a highly intellectual woman. She was also a cabinet minister. She was into preservation of culture and art. So I needed a very soft, kind demeanor, and also very sophisticated sort of body language, and a very kind face. So I think, and I was just going crazy with wanting to cast somebody who has a very kind face and very motherly face and very kind. So I was not able to cast, and we had also started shooting also. So I was one day discussing with Anupam ji also, and then I said, would she want to work with me? And then I spoke to Mahima ji, and she came and we did some trial look test, and you'll be shocked to see how beautifully she has portrayed Pupul Jacker and how close. I mean, of course, you can never match the face, but you have to match the spirit, and that's what we went with. We always worked on the spirit, and I think she's that person. If that one line that Sanjay, the way she says, she's really sorry about to say that, but she has to say what she has to say. That is Pupul Jacker in Mrs. Gandhi's life. She tells her straight on her face, no matter how much hate she's going to get for that. So I think Mahima ji is so wonderful in that role.
न्यूज नेशन अब व्हाट्सएप पर खबरों की ताजा अपडेट के लिए न्यूज नेशन के इस क्यूआर कोड को स्कैन करें।